I love this job because I get to see so many women and help them get the diagnosis, get the treatment, get the investigations that they may need. Endometriosis is where we find the lining of the endometrium outside of where it usually is, so outside the uterus. It can be found in the bladder, bowel, on ovaries, anywhere really.
It's tissue that shouldn't be there, that grows there and obviously causes a lot of pain because it's not meant to be there, and it still tries to shed like your normal lining does during your period. And so that has nowhere to go. It's debilitating.
So I was diagnosed with endometriosis as a sort of coincidence when I was having an ultrasound and they found endometriomas on my ovaries. I probably had this for a long time. Back in the UK, I was just always told it was a painful period and just take the medication and just suffer through it really.
Endometriosis is unfortunately very common. It affects 1 in 7 Australian women. We're really lucky at the Royal because we work with some great people who are really passionate about endometriosis and pain. And one of the things that we hope we do differently at the Royal is we see the people for who they are. We don't just treat the surgery, we don't just look at the hormones and look at it as a list of treatment options that's written by a guideline. We try to look at what the patient has come to see us for and look at the things that they are trying to achieve. I met Alana several years ago and she came with the unfortunately common story that we hear of women who have pain and have seen a lot of people but unfortunately hadn't received the validation or the care that she was looking for.
So I first had symptoms of endometriosis from my first period, so when I was 14. The pain got to a point where it was daily. It wasn't associated with my menstrual cycle, it was daily pain where I would faint and vomit. I had a little emergency bag with me that I had to leave the house with, and in that I had a TENS machine, a heat pack, my pain medication, because I never knew when it was going to hit.
So the Royal Hospital for Women treat women with endometriosis with different combinations of treatments really. It can be surgical intervention, hormonal replacement therapy, pain management. We can also refer to physiotherapists and psychologists for the emotional impact and the physical impact that endometriosis might have on the patient.
Alana had had many treatments before and a lot of them had been in the route of surgery and hormones, and these hadn't always helped Alana, and Alana's looking for something a bit big picture. What we worked with Alana was around that holistic care and understanding around Alana's goals and the things she wanted to work towards in her quality of life as a whole person, rather than just around the endometriosis as a lesion or a disease.
Jason is one of the most incredible doctors I've ever had in terms of his empathy and his bedside manner and the way that he has always validated every single thing I've said to him and all of the pain I've experienced. My experience at the Royal Hospital for Women was fantastic. The nurses who looked after me after I had my spinal cord stimulator put in on the maternity ward were beautiful. They were just so caring. They looked after me. They made sure that I wasn't in too much pain, and I think that that was really important to just keep on top of pain management.
It's a real partnership in care. So understanding what the goals that they're trying to achieve, and then for us as a hospital try and work towards that.
So the Royal is definitely here to help women get the care that they need and get the diagnosis that they may require. I was just completely blown away by the amount of treatments and specialised care that people can get here at the Royal.
So the Royal Hospital for Women Foundation have been enormous supporters of the work we do here at the Royal. They help fund and promote and get the information out to the public about the work that goes here and also the need for the women who attend our hospital.
I believe the Royal is definitely one of the leaders in women's health and advocating for women's right to good health care.
Throughout my own journey and my own background with working sort of in the medical sphere, I've decided to pursue research in endometriosis care, and that's where I hope to kind of continue and making sure that other people just have the best experience possible out of a not great situation.